All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to World History. Today, we are going to do a bit of a quick review on how to outline your courses. This is going to go through your lesson here, the first 2 pages. So I'm going to show you how to basically follow along to look for objectives throughout the course. It'll take about 5-10 minutes approximately just to do the first couple pages. And then from there, you can take it on your own. So let's jump in. As you can see on your screen, I have the activities and a Google Doc open. So let me show you how to open a Google Doc just in case you don't know how. You always want to hit a plus here. Okay. Here's your pancake or your waffle, whatever they like to call it. Open up a new Google Doc. Okay. A blank one would work, but I'm going to take this tab. Okay. And I'm going to move it over here so that I can have my course open. Now you guys are going to see it a little differently. You're only going to see one at a time. So I'm going to go into Power and Progress here, Module 1. Okay. In fact, we can call it that. Production, Power, and Progress. Okay. Module 1, Outline. All right. So now we're going to go into the power of science. So we can even label it like this. Power of science. Okay. And I'm going to now, if you can see here, I'm going to actually create you can do bullets, you can do numbers, you can do letters on one of these guys. Power of science. Okay. So now let's look at our objectives for the power of science. They are right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy. Okay, paste without formatting. Boom. So now I have all of my objectives directly into my, working document. What else looks good on here? Keywords. I like keywords. They're always a good thing to take notes on, keep track of. I think I have all of them there. Okay, so I'm going to copy these. All right, and then I'm going to paste without formatting. And look at that. Okay, looks like these are going to need to move over, so I'm going to tab them. Okay, so these are all of our objectives, basically what we're trying to teach you for the whole lesson through pages 1 through 11. Okay, so there's 4 main ideas you got to walk away from. And then there's also, looks like 10 keywords here. So every lesson is different. Some have different amount of keywords to go through. All right, but this one here has 10 and 4 objectives. You can also check out here the skills needed. Identify key figures of Europe's scientific revolution. So we're going to look for figures, which are people. So we'll look for people, and explaining cause and effect. So one thing led to another. All right. So let's go to the next page now. All right. So now that we have the power of science, let's hit another enter. Couple enters. Let's get to the number B, right? Or letter B. It's funny how that happens. But we're going to label this new knowledge, new science. Okay. And what do you think we can look for in here? So it looks like I have a question here that I can probably try and answer. So I'm going to put that in here. I don't want to make that. There we go. Paste that. Oh, no, let's make it without formatting. This way it keeps it in the same font as my other document. Okay. So new knowledge. What happened to science during the late Renaissance? Okay. Now, if you want to, you can go back and watch this video, take notes on that. You can read the transcript. Our path to the scientific enlightenment began during the scientific revolution, sequence of scientific breakthroughs that happened during the late Renaissance. Okay. A sequence of scientific breakthroughs okay, between 1550 and 1700. So what happened was, okay, I can answer this. Okay, right here. During a sequence of scientific breakthroughs happened during a sequence of scientific breakthroughs. And you can see I can't spell right there. That's okay. A sequence of science happened. So what kind of scientific breakthroughs? Who spent their time carefully observing the natural world, made discoveries that changed how their continent's great thinkers, okay, so they spent time, okay, scientists or people spent time questioning the natural world. Kind of like you guys, if you sit back and wonder how things work, like your computers, the internet, that kind of stuff, that's what they were sitting back and watching. So they were just observing their natural world. Okay. All right. So a central discovery here was, so let's see here. Do we have the scientific revolution? I don't see, here's the, you'll learn about the scientific revolution. So no keyword breakdown yet, but let's keep looking. So at the beginning of it, astronomers confirmed that the sun, not the earth, so I'm down here now, was the center of the solar system. This discovery went against centuries of religious and scientific traditions. So down here, okay, right, key figures in events. One of the key events here we can look at is questioning the sun as the center of the, oh, never mind, questioning the earth as the center of the universe, which which was the dogma and knowledge passed on at the time. So this was basically what everybody kind of grew up knowing. It's kind of like if they were teaching this in school, but it was wrong. But they basically, it was the church that had this big, a very ethnocentric way of seeing things. Humans thought that they were the most important thing on the world. God created us in his image. So therefore it was only natural that the universe revolved around the earth. So that's kind of like religious wise why it was set up like that. Okay. Now the new focus, Europe's intellectual leaders no longer trusted religious explanations. So here it is. So, okay, lost trust in religious leaders. Okay. We could do that. All right. And now scientists wanted to approach scientific problems and question, here's a key sentence, in an analytical way. So they wanted to check things out. All right. So we can also start down here. B, that was the central discovery. Central discovery is the heliocentric theory. I think I just spilled the beans on one of our, okay, sun was center of the universe. Of, at least at their time, that's what they considered the universe. Solar system is more accurate. Sun was the center of universe, not Earth. Okay. And that is the heliocentric. Geo is of Earth, okay, and centric would be Earth-centric. Helio is sun, also with helium, okay, kind of has like with it burns, and centric, so sun center theory. Those are two words we can look up. All right, so the new focus was, okay, approach scientific problems Okay, so we're going to go now to new focus. Okay, this was approach scientific problems in an analytical way. A lot of big words there. And then here, if you need any help, we can also, okay, as you can see here, I can look up analytical. Okay. Engage text. There we go. So say I don't have the definition. Hold on. If you want to find the definition of a word, okay, just go it in here. And here's your dictionary button. Okay, analytical. So it's adjective using or skilled in using analysis, separating whole intellectual, adjective of proposition that isn't necessarily true, independent. So you can kind of look up the definition of words as you need them. So really what you're going to do now is just keep going. Okay, let's do to the next slide. Factory made. Okay, so scientific revolution leads to, it's likely that factories produced clothes you're wearing, computer you're using. Most products are mass produced in factories today, but the technology that led to modern industry was developed thanks to innovations during the scientific revolution. Okay, our stuff that we have is possible because of the scientific revolution. Goes without saying, okay? Okay, and then finally, medical science. Major breakthroughs in chemistry and science, medicine. Okay, so medical science, major breakthroughs. Forgive the bad typing. In chemistry and medicine. So this would be a good thing where we can do cross-curricular work with Mr. Hulick, chemistry, biology, a lot of things start clicking here for humanity, and it really starts to work. So you can see that it took us a few minutes here to do 2 pages of an outline. But we have some good information here, and you can actually start going in and filling in any definitions that you're discovering as we go. So we can make it nicer. We can go do that, you know, so you can go back just to make it so that you can see it better. And this is all you. This is for you, your notes. You can add things, take things away, however you want to do it. So my goal for you is to create outlines of these courses. And then on top of it, we can go through and I can figure out ways to give you points. So since you stayed along for this long, here's the key. If you're doing outlines and you submit them to me and you show me that you're doing the notes in a good way, then what I'll do is I'll give you bonus points on the quizzes. I'll make sure that you're doing well on them. Because for me, the most important thing is actually doing good note-taking skills. If you can go away from this class here the last few months of the school year and you know how to take good notes of all your courses going forward, then that's a great skill for you to have, and I'm happy you did this. So if I can encourage you somehow to do that by giving some extra credit on quiz grades as you do that, then please, please, please take me up on my offer. And I guarantee you, if you learn this skill, you start doing this skill more and more, it'll become a very, very effective tool for you in the future. All right, I hope you enjoyed it, and please stop back in later.